Hola y bienvenidos. It's Latin Heritage Night tonight here at Shirley Povich Field. Everyone's rocking the 21 in honor of Roberto Clemente as we enter the second game of the day. I'm Nick Poor here with Ali Navarrete. Ali, how are you doing?
You know, better now that the sun is going down behind the trees here at Shirley Povich, but that was just a really hard loss for the Train in Game 1, and I'm hoping that they can come back with a vengeance here in Game 2.
Yeah, it was a tough loss. They were up 4-3 entering the bottom of the seventh. Again, there's 7-inning games today. And a walk-off two-run single from Connor Ofshak sealed the win for the Aces. First two runs given up by Jordan Little on the season. He had gone 22 2/3 without giving up a single score. The Train now in danger of losing their top spot in the league. Entering tonight, they had a two-game lead.
No, 2.5.
2.5. You're right. So they will have a half game regardless. But it's going to come down to the last day if they do not win here.
Yeah, and another loss in this game would put them at double digits in the losing column, which hasn't been done in quite some time. I think it's been since like 2017, maybe.
I can find that information somewhere, probably. Yeah, our past records. I know these are batting records. Awards, winning tradition. Yeah, so the last time we lost double digits was 2016. We still won. We were regular season second place that year, though. Since then, we've been a regular season champ each year and league champ each year. Could the Train slip? I don't know. We'll find out. The Aces definitely are the team that are the threat.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a tough doubleheader, and it's proving to be such. But hopefully they can get this win. I'm excited.
So am I. On the mound now will be Cade Woods. The defense is going to line up a little different. Behind the plate will be Clay Wargo. First base is Sean Lane. Second base will be Colton Hegwood. Shortstop will be Emilian Petre. And third base will be Warren Holzheimer. The outfield will be Jefferson in left field, Nowak in center, and Trey Wingett in right.
Also very excited to see Cade Woods on the mound. You know, he's been coming back from injury, but in all his performances, he's been really good. He's got a way with finding the zone.
Leading off for the Aces again will be Eddie Hakopian. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a run scored during that fifth inning rally for the Aces. He's going to look to get things started here against the Bama boy as we enter Game 2 of today's action.
Now batting for the Aces from Potomac, Maryland, number 11, Eddie Hakopian.
Sun's still up, but setting slowly. Here comes the first pitch of game number 2 on a hot summer day out in Bethesda. First pitch from Woods. Called strike to get things started.
Great crowd. You know, we had, like we said during Game 1, like 80 different celebrations happening here in Game 2, and the turnout's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here tonight. A ton of community heroes. Stands are packed. 0-2 now. A whiff on that pitch from Woods, and fans have shown up in droves. Woods looking for a 3-pitch strikeout. The windup. Ground ball to second base, fielded by Hegwood. Throw across, and he's there. The throw to the first baseman. That is not. Oh, they're all wearing number 21.
Yeah.
Jeez, I was like, that's not Sean Lane. No, they're all wearing number 21 tonight. Of course, in honor of Roberto Clemente, MLB
Yeah.
legend.
I have some family and friends here, and they were like, wait, why is everyone wearing the same number? That's so confusing. How are you going to tell? And I'm like, by this point, I would like to say that I know. But it's just funny. It's going to be a little confusing for fans in the stands who've maybe never been to a big Train game before and are looking at their program like, what?
First pitch in is a strike from Woods. He's throwing well early. That's 4 straight strikes from him. At the plate is Tellier. Lineup from the Aces, at least the first 6 batters identical. And then it goes Eze, Harity, Hollingsworth to end. 0-2 now.
I said it before the game started. Cade Woods has a way with finding the zone, and he's showing that right now.
He's going to go back at it again here, taking his time on the mound. Popped up foul.
Adam Tellier, a really strong hitter. He was the DH in the last game, now moving to shortstop, where we've seen him a bunch.
Woods on the season a 1.12 ERA, a 1-0 record in 4 starts. The pitch, hit out to the right field line, gonna land foul. Tellier trying to send it oppo, but goes too far to the right.
Yeah, got a good piece of that ball, but Cade Woods still working.
Woods, gonna be the 5th pitch of the at-bat here, still 0-2. He's gonna step out. Little timeout there for Tellier. Wind up, and again the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Down he goes, a great K from Cade Woods.
That's exactly what you want to see from him. He is dealing so early, and I'm excited about Cade Woods, and I'm also just really excited for him as he's just come back from such hardship, and I think he's going to be a real asset at Alabama in the fall.
The righty is definitely off to a great start tonight and has had a extremely strong season with the train as he works back into form after injury fouled off, count 0-1. This is Kuntz at the plate. He'll be at first base this game. Last game he was in left field. Now he'll be at first, still batting third regardless. The 0-1. That's popped up to right center field. Tracking back. Making the catch is Luke Nowak in a 1-2-3 inning. 10 pitches thrown, all strikes from Cade Woods as he just attacks early. Train will have a chance to take the lead in the bottom of the first. Very nice. Oh, we are live. Welcome back. Leading off will be Luke Nowak. Don't let the 2-1s confuse you on the back. Again, this is for Roberto Clemente. Everyone's wearing 2-1. First pitch misses. On the mound is Alex Walsh out of Lafayette College. Walsh on the season, a 7.36 ERA, 4 starts, and a 0-0 record. He's behind 2-0 here to Luke Nowak. The 2-0. Ball inside, count now 3-0.
So Walsh really struggling to find the zone here against Luke Nowak, and again, you don't really want to send Luke Nowak to base because he is quite speedy on the base path.
And he will take ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk, putting Luke Nowak on base. And like you said, he is 9-5 on the season in stolen bases versus caught stealing. So he's 9 for 14, I should say it that way. Bring up DM Jefferson with a chance to get things going here early. Jefferson had a slower first game by his standards, 0 for 3, but did score a run after reaching on an error in the third. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Back to the bag is Nowak.
That was an aggressive pickoff attempt and good, but again, Luke always can get back safe.
Readying the first pitch is Walsh, and it comes in. Called strike, drops in nicely. First strike of the day for Walsh.
He needed that one.
It's tough going that long without a strike, even though it's, just one batter. To have gone 4 straight balls, got to get in your head a little bit, but good stuff from him to come back into it. Going is Nowak. He will slide under the tag with ease. No tag even coming in despite the throw. And Luke Nowak now 10 for 15 on stolen bases this season.
Yeah, and I'd say as of late he's been really good. So really improving. I think some of those caught stealings likely came earlier in the season, but I do remember one last week, but he's been good. In scoring position now.
DM has an even count here, 1-1, now with Nowak in scoring position. The pitch. Low and inside. Jefferson takes it for ball 2.
I would say DM is definitely one of my picks for most kind of strategic and calculated at the plate. I feel like he's always kind of got something up his sleeve, and he's usually really good at reading pitches.
He's a Notre Dame guy, so you know he's smart. And the way that he signals back, fouled on the first base line. 2-2 now. Signals back every pitch, tells you he's watching what's coming into him and reacting to it every single time. He's showing the dugout what he just got.
Yeah, again, he just finished his freshman year at Notre Dame. What a year the Fighting Irish had in NCAA baseball. But he saw the field quite a bit for a first year, so I think that the Notre Dame coaching staff should be very excited to have him back next year as a veteran with a lot of good summer ball play under his belt.
Walsh, the 2-2. Ground ball on the first base line stays fair. Kept in front, though, thrown over to Walsh. Well played by the first baseman, Kuntz, to get that out. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
DM, though, putting the ball in play and getting Luke to advance. So Emilian has a good chance here to bring something home early.
Well, that was a good hit. He pulled it tight down that right field line, but credit to Kuntz for getting his glove on it, and great hustle for Walsh to get over and cover there. We're not alone. Everyone's struggling in the heat today. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. It's Emilian Petre at the plate now, the shortstop. And for those of you who have not gone outside much today, or not since earlier, it is very hot. Things are starting to cool down now, but the 0-1. Ground ball gets past the glove of the pitcher and past the shortstop. Up the middle, a single for Emilian Petre puts the train up 1-0 as Luke Nowak rounds home.
That's exactly what you want to see from the train. They struggled with the Aces coming back in the last game, and they get on the board first, striking early, striking first, and Emilian just continuing to demonstrate why he's in that number 3 spot. He is ridiculously clutch.
Up now will be Peyton Schultz. Petray with a great single, like you said, to bring home the first run. It's a 1-0 count here. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Back to the bag is Emilian.
Big Train have another clutch batter at the plate right now. Gonna go for his 30th RBI of the season in this game. He's just one away, Peyton Schultz.
Pickoff attempt again. That one was quick, but not in time. It's that extra millisecond it takes for a righty to turn to first that is helping Petray get back, and right back to his lead. He jogs out there again. Still just one pitch in this at-bat to Schultz. It's 1-0. Hits that one hard to center field. Back towards the fence, and making the catch. Caught by the center fielder out there in center field. This game is Hakopian.
Lots of movement between the infield and the outfield for the Aces. Hakopian at second base, now in center field. We've also seen him in left field. Kuntz was in the outfield, now he's at first base. They're really moving everywhere.
Yeah, the outfield is Boyd in left field, Hakopian in center, and Friend in right. An infield of Kuntz at first, Harity at second, Tellier at short, and at third base is Eze, and catching is Hollingsworth.
First time that at least we haven't seen Jacob Friend behind the plate.
Yeah, I saw you do like a double take there, like, huh? I think we saw him actually out in right field once.
Okay.
Unless that was a different catcher. But that is the position to put catchers. Not a lot of mobility needed for a right fielder. First pitch ball, 1-0.
Yeah, we see our very own Jason Schiavone out there sometimes.
Originally, he was an outfielder. Only started catching for JMU in his freshman year there. He had made spot appearances at catcher in high school, but became their day-to-day catcher after an injury to multiple players in the JMU roster. The 1-0. Takes that beautiful breaking ball, count 1-1 now. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Still safe at first is Emilian.
Aces searching for that third out any way possible.
The 1-1. Running is Emilian Petray. Throw over to second. And they got him. Petray caught stealing, and that'll end the inning. The Train, though, get one off of an RBI single from Petray as Nowak crosses the plate. The Train lead 1-0 as we enter the second inning of this 7-inning game. Now leading off for the Alexandria Aces will be C.J. Boyd. He's out in left field this game. Cade Woods still on the mound for the Bethesda Big Crate. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Far behind that fastball from Woods. Count 0-1.
Cade picking up just where he left off with some heat. So impressive. Continues to roll.
He has yet to throw a ball. He's thrown 11 strikes. Sheesh, and it continues. 0-2 now is the count to Boyd. Woods will settle in, looking for a 3-pitch strikeout. Oh, that just misses. Count now 1-2 to Boyd. I thought he had that one.
I thought so too. It looked like a really good pitch. Ump even looked maybe a bit hesitant, but not going to get there.
Gonna take a minute to swap balls here. Wargo grabbing a new one from the ump. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. Second K of the day for Cade Woods.
Cade Woods, oh my gosh. I know we talk about his injury a lot, but, you know, obviously to come back after 14 months of being out is incredible, but to come back like this, you know, some of the pitchers we've talked to have kind of just talked about watching Cade's journey and how awesome it's been for them. They're like, I've never really seen a guy come back from injury like this, and he's just been unreal.
He now faces Sullivan. Last game, Sullivan went 1 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch a strike.
I think this is one of my favorite storylines of the summer.
There's been a lot of good ones.
There have been a lot of good ones.
The 0-1 from Cade Woods. That'll land. Count 0-2 now. Cade Woods just absolutely dominating. I wish we had pitch cast to see just how gently, like how perfectly, I mean, he's hitting the edges of the zone right now. The wind up, and again an 0-2. Oh, gosh, another one where he could have gotten him looking, but a close call results in a 1-2 count.
Almost. We're having like a deja vu at bat here.
It's almost the exact same, right? 2 strikes, a ball.
And that ball really pretty close.
Same spot, too, so we'll see if he can do what he did last time. No, that'll miss, 2-2. I jinxed it. Woods taking his time, thinking carefully. And here comes the 2-2. Got him! Another K for Cade Woods.
Oh my gosh. He just can't stop.
You know, I thought, doubleheader, this is the first one I've done this season. Maybe I'm going to get tired, lose the excitement. Cade Woods has made it very clear that I will not be losing excitement.
I mean, how could you when he's playing like this? This is just such a dominant performance, and he's got the potential for not only 3 straight Ks, but back-to-back 1-2-3 innings if he can take care of Friend.
This is a masterclass in pitch control from him. The wind-up and the pitch from Woods, and a ball high to get things started. This is Friend at the plate. The catcher is out in right field this time, so caught last game will be in right field. On deck is Ize, who was center field last game, and third base this time. The 1-0. Holds back the bat, but it's a called strike, 1-1. I feel like that's one of the first strikes of looking we've seen from Woods, because guys have been thinking they can hit his stuff and just whiffing at all of it.
Yeah. I wish someone had the radar gun today. I'd be very curious. It's looking hot.
He's definitely throwing fast. But now it's 2-1 as that one misses. I think It's definitely not the fastest we've seen all season. I think
No,
it's
no.
more a credit to his ability to place those pitches than to just run them by a batter. Would be nice to have the radar gun out. Someone. The team's got to focus on something else tonight, clinching that number 1 seed. Ball inside, 3-1.
It's really the first at-bat where we've seen him struggle a bit. Not really. It is.
It definitely is, yeah. It's the first time he's been behind
Yeah.
in an at-bat all game. 17 strikes to just 6 balls so far. This will be the 5th pitch of the at-bat. He misses again. A walk from Cade Woods puts Jacob Friend on base.
Still has the 2 outs that he so rightfully earned, though.
Now he has to face Eze, though, a guy who's got the hot bat tonight. Woods. Ball high and away. Possibly a throw out there, keeping an eye on Friend on first. Steps off to keep an eye on him, but he's standing on the bag. Jacob Friend on the season. 8 stolen bases, never caught stealing. Very efficient. The 1-0. Ball high. Count 2-0 now to Eze.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob Friend, normally a catcher. Those aren't necessarily the most speedy guys on the field, but he's clearly been very selective with his stolen bases, and it's paying off.
Woods now going to go for the 2-0. That'll miss again. 3-0 now to Eze. Yeah, the 3 trained catchers, Wargo, Cobb, and Schiavone, have a combined 1 stolen base.
Who was it?
Schiavone.
Yeah, that would have been my guess.
They've been caught stealing twice, so they are 1 for 3
As a group.
as a group. Ball high, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk, sending Eze to first. Back-to-back walks put 2 runners on for the Alexandria Aces.
So a little bit of a sticky situation here for Cade. Lopez going to come out. Hopefully it'll help motivate him to get this 3rd out.
Yeah, we saw a great bounce back after a Lopez mound visit last game. I believe it was Andrew Johnson on the mound
Yeah.
who had
that's
walked.
awesome.
Same situation, actually. Had walked 2 and then bounced back to clean up the inning. Pulling into umpire into the mound huddle. Both the umpires coming in. 2 out of 3, I should say.
Quite a party out there on the mound.
I know. Sad I wasn't invited. Lopez is headed back. And the mound slowly, just like all parties, people slowly, one by one, as the night ends, start going home. Coach is bringing something out to Cade. A towel?
Yeah.
Possible sweat situation here.
I mean, it's very hot today, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to make sure you can have a clean grip on the ball, because any bit of moisture will change every single pitch, and you don't really know if it's for better or for worse. This will be Brandon Harity, guy we saw last game. He came in to run bases, but this will be his first at-bat of the day. Woods still working with 2 outs. First pitch of the at-bat, taken for strike 1.
There we go.
Back into the zone.
Hopefully a little Lopez magic is all he needed.
Wood's one of the most patient pitchers between. Oh my gosh. Goes with an off-speed there and gets Harity to chase. Count 0-2.
I agree. I am continuing on what that beautiful pitch cut you off. He is very patient, very selective, and he's very smart on the mound.
Yeah, he takes his time between each pitch. Harity hits that to left field, cracking over his DM Jefferson, and he makes the running catch to end the inning. Woods pumping fist on the mound. Very good ending to the inning for the Train. 2 walks does not give the Aces anything as they're left stranded. The Train still lead 1-0 as we enter the bottom of the second. Now at the plate again is Sean Lane. His at-bat was interrupted when Emilian Pitre was caught stealing in the first. He had a 1-1 count against Alex Walsh then, but everything's going to reset as the two duel for the second time today. First pitch in there for a called strike.
Walsh struggled to find the zone early, walking Luke Nelwalk on 4 pitches, but better here, getting ahead to Sean Lane.
Ball away. His count now is 8 strikes to 10 balls. You never want to have more balls than strikes.
Yeah, not the ideal ratio.
Right now he's getting really ratioed by Cade Woods. Haha. Wind up in the 1-1. Takes, and it's strike 2. 1-2 now to Sean Lane.
Much different batting order in the bottom half. It's actually like completely different than we saw in the first game, so I'm interested to see how that shakes out for Bethesda. Lots of fresh bats.
Swing and a miss. He goes down on the breaking ball, gets out in front of it, and that'll be the first K of the day for Walsh. Yeah, like you said, the next 4 guys will be completely different. Top 5 are the same, but it's going to go Wargo now, then Holzheimer, Wingett, Hegwood.
Yeah, Trey did come in for a little bit in the last game, but never saw an at-bat. Or a plate appearance, I should say. Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. This will be Clay Wargo. First pitch to him, taken high and inside for ball 1.
It's a beautiful night now. Looks great on the camera.
Oh yes, it is so much nicer having the sun behind those trees out in right field. That pitch just misses. 2-0 now. Walsh behind again to yet another batter. Walsh readies the 2-0. inside again. He's now behind Wargo 3-0 in danger of a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, looking reminiscent of that no-walk plate appearance in the first inning from the train.
The 3-0, that finds the zone, so history shall not repeat itself. It's a 3-1 count.
Yeah, Walsh showing some fight here.
He readies the 3-1. And it goes right into the backside of Wargo. A bad breaking ball that's nowhere near the zone. And it'll be the first hit by pitch from Walsh.
They just keep coming today. What is in the air?
Honestly, it might literally be in the air. The heat just
Yeah, people are tired.
could be getting the guys early, and the sweat could be making it very hard for them to continue gripping pitches.
I mean, we saw Kate ask for a towel.
Una Pawaya. Or no, Una Bufanda? No, that's a scarf. Trying to think back to high school Spanish there.
I have no idea.
I used to be really good at Spanish. It came in handy when I was working at Kohl's. The 0-0. Strike one. If I came in handy, I mean when people came and cursed me out in 2 different languages, I could tell exactly what they were saying. Some guy was going off on me because I wasn't the returns person, and he was looking for returns and decided to take that disappointment out on me. And I just looked at him and went, "Yo hablo español." And then he embarrassingly walked away. Because I'm like, no, I know exactly what you just said, and I did not like it. Ball high, 1-1.
Wargo taking quite a lead. We brought up the stat earlier. The catchers as a whole, as a cohort, are 1 for 3 on stealing bases, the one being Jason Schiavone. But I do remember Sal bringing in Clay to pinch run one time randomly.
happen.
So maybe he's speedy, secret speed.
Wargo, no stolen base attempts on the season. Could this be the first one? That is a sizable lead. I think he's ready to go. The 1-1. Popped up to right field. Tracking over and making the catch is the right fielder friend. Gosh, having 2 games in one day has me tripping. I can never... the way that the Aces changed around their defense entirely, I have to double check before I say a name. And it'll bring out who else but Trey Wingett, the right fielder. Trey leads the team in hit by pitches with 10.
Yeah, it's been a while, though, I feel.
I just thought it was a relevant stat to the way the pitchers have been thrown tonight.
He was racking them up early in the season. I think we talked about him on every single broadcast for the first couple weeks.
Because he had like 5 in 2 games. It was insane.
Yeah.
He doesn't lead the league in hit by pitches. It's actually Boone of the Braves. Can he fight for that league title as we end the season? First pitch swing and a miss. 0-1. Trey. Love his. You think he's changed his batting stance recently? It's lower towards his back. Great pickoff attempt, but not in time. Clay Wargo getting back to the bag.
Trey's been much improved the last couple weeks at bat. He's got some extra base hits to his name, some RBIs. He's really had a turn of the tide at the plate.
And that almost hits him. It's a 1-1 count. Right, yeah, his form is much taller, and the bat is further behind. Like it's resting on his shoulder almost. Trying to catch Wargo again, but that one not in time.
These are some speedy pickoff attempts, though, from Walsh.
Quick turn from the righty. We saw that last inning when he was keeping an eye on Petrie.
Yeah.
They inevitably caught him stealing as they threw him out at second base. The 1-1. Ball high. It's a pitch out as they're really keeping an eye on Wargo here. The 2-1 count when everyone's wearing the number 2-1. That pitch far and away. Count 3-1.
Hefty swing and a miss to start for Trey, but Walsh once again falling behind.
Good patience from the Utah native to get back into this at-bat. And he takes ball 4. Now 2 runners on for the Train with 2 outs.
They love a little two-out pressure. Never hurt the Train. In fact, it's helped them quite a bit on multiple occasions.
Now the last batter of the night for the Train will be Colton Hegwood. He's out at second base today.
I'm so glad to be hearing Desperado right now because I told Colton, he said he was thinking about changing it, and I was like, no, it's like the most distinct one. Him and Trey, Dancing in the Moonlight, Desperado, those I like a lot. Set them apart. It's not just the normal, like, a lot of our guys use rap, just like a lot of rap.
Throw back to when Trey had that horrible remix of Dancing in the Moonlight by accident. Count 1-0.
Yeah, and then he came up to tell us to fix it, and ever since, maybe that's what got him out of his batting slump.
Nah, I think the slump continued after that, sadly. But it couldn't have hurt to have the right song walking up.
Anyways, Colton, you're not listening, but don't change Desperado. I'm a big fan.
It's a 1-0 count to Colton Hegwood. Walsh keeping an eye on Wargo still now that he's on second. Fouls it back. Count 1-1. Microphones have a lot of static. Okay, hopefully that fixed it. I think it might have just been on too high of a volume setting. The 1-1. That'll come in for a strike. Count 1 and 2.
You can also try the old unplug replug.
Yeah, why not? It's a 1-2 count still. Walsh. Wind up in the pitch. Swung on and missed down in the dirt. Got him chasing. That'll end the inning. Train still just 1 run despite getting 2 runners on base. They lead 1-0 as we enter the top of the 3rd. Now leading off for the Alexandria Aces is the catcher, Thomas Hollingsworth.
Cade's got his towel. He's ready to go.
Hollingsworth, only 12 games played for the Aces so far, batting .219, from Mississippi Gulf Coast Junior College.
I wonder if he was a recent addition.
I was about to say, he has been with them all season, though, since June 13th. First pitch misses, ball 1-0. I think he's just not a day-to-day player, I guess.
Got it.
Only 2 guys with less appearances than him, and that is Taylor, the infielder, and Fang, the other infielder. The 1-0, low and away, count 2-0. Again, this is a 7-inning game. We're in the top of the third right now. Cade Woods still on the mound for the Bethesda Big Train. They lead 1-0. The 2-0. That's going to land in for a strike. Count 2-1. I said that way before the ump even called it. Faux shizzle, that's a strike. You know, Shakespeare actually invented faux shizzle.
Really?
He was the first person to say faux shizzle. It doesn't mean any, like, it just means for sure, and he just made it sound cool.
In what play? Or was it just like...
That's a good question.
I love Shakespeare, fun fact. I'm
So-
a big fan.
I had a definite Shakespeare phase, I think, senior year of high school, because I just didn't want to. I think they let us pick what we wanted to read. That's a walk. Hollingsworth would take a base. And I'm like, I want to do something that's actually going to be beneficial, so I read a lot.
Yeah, I'm really into it. Took a class my freshman year, Intro to Shakespeare, winter quarter. It was awesome. Read like a play a week, and my friends were like, "You're literally crazy for that," and I was like, "No, I love it." So big fan, but did not know that. So the more you know.
It seems like it's Henry IV, unless this is just an urban legend that it's Shakespeare, but I feel like it really was him who said that. Stealing second, coming across, he's there on the wild pitch. Hollingsworth now in scoring position. A lot of words are more recent than people think they are. Like George Lucas from Star Wars is who popularized droid. Like that was barely a word. It was just slang for android, but now people call robots droids. A lot of fun linguistics. There's a great TEDx video on it. Someone just does 10 minutes of cool word origins. It's 0-1 here. This is Eddie Hakopian. We've gone around the Alexandria order. Crowd eerily silent. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2 now, Hakopian.
2 swings, 2 misses from Hakopian. He's struggling a bit here. Great opportunity for Cade Woods to tack on another K. He hasn't since Sullivan in the last inning. It's 5 batters ago.
Grounded, fouled on the first base line. Count still 0-2. It's 0-2. Keeping an eye on Hollingsworth. Grounded through the gap between the third baseman and the shortstop. Hollingsworth is going to hold at third. Great job from TM Jefferson to come in quick. Almost called him Thomas Jefferson. A single from Eddie Hakopian puts runners in the corners.
Eddie Hakopian down 0-2 gets a base hit. Huge for the Aces here as they're still just down by 1. The first hit for the Aces this game.
And they're on the board now. It was 2 hitless innings from Cade Woods. First pitch is a ball. Count 1-0 now to Tellier. Second pitch of the at-bat. Looks like that nicks his elbow, and it'll be a hit by pitch loading the bases.
Yet another. That makes 2 this game, 1 for each pitcher, and Cade Woods is unfortunately beginning to struggle a bit here.
So Akopian will move to second. Hollingsworth will stay on third. And now that's 3 runners on for the power hitter Kuntz. Woods so far today has faced 11 batters. He's got 3 Ks, 2 walks, a wild pitch, and a hit by pitch.
Emilian talking to him right now.
Now batting for the Aces, left off the right, Campbell University, number 18, Dylan Kuntz.
Definitely a stressful situation here for Cade Woods. You've got the bases loaded, no outs. Like you said, Kuntz at the plate, who's a power hitter.
One of the best hitters all around, I believe, in the Cal Ripken League. And the first pitch from Woods to Kuntz, taken for a ball high. Kuntz has 5 homers, 29 RBIs, a league high, and is batting .333. Not the guy you want at the plate in this situation. The 1-0. That'll miss as well. Woods now behind here to Kuntz, 2-0. No outs on the board for the Train. It's Hollingsworth on third, Hakopian on second, and Adam Tellier on first. The 2-0. High and inside, almost beans him. Count 3-0. Woods has suddenly gone from a guy who can't miss to a guy who can't find the zone.
Yeah, Tellier had to Kuntz had to back off that one, and getting a little bit nerve-wracking here as Cade Woods could tie this game up if he walks Kuntz.
It's going to be a 3-0 here, and it's a ball high and a tie game. Coming home is Hollingsworth as the runners advance. And now I would imagine it's going to be a mound visit to try and get Woods back into it. That's 3 walks and a hit by pitch and a wild pitch this inning.
They're keeping him out there.
I'm surprised they didn't at least do a mound visit. Maybe
Yeah.
we have a limitation on mound visits per pitcher because we already saw Lopez come out in the second. But he will stay on. And he will face Boyd, who he struck out back in the second. Ball low, count 1-0. That's 6 straight balls, one of which was a hit by pitch on Tellier. The 1-0. High and inside. He almost bites on it, but holds the bat back. It's 2-0.
Woods starting to look a little frustrated out there on the mound.
Yeah, after that first inning and after the first 5 batters, things felt really good for Woods, and they've suddenly just started slipping away. The 2-0. That'll land in the zone. Count 2-1 to Boyd, his first strike in 7 pitches.
I just looked to the bullpen to see if I could see who was warming up, and I realized that there's no point today because
They're
everyone's
all
wearing number 21.
Yeah, I was trying to look too. I didn't realize that it was fruitless, though. That'll miss. Trying to present up was Wargo, but umpire's not going to buy it. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Wargo's been trying to frame a lot of these, but not really getting fooling the ump, I guess.
Can't frame an innocent man. Boyd just taking the balls here. Swings on that one. Count full now. 3-2. Again, bases still loaded. The count is full, and there are no outs on the board here in the third. The 3-2, low and away. Aces take the lead. It is now 2-1.
Coach Sal's coming out. You just have to imagine that is the end of the day for Cade. Started off so well, but, I mean, it's just Back-to-back walks, multiple walks in this inning. Now the Aces have the lead.
Yep. Woods will end having gone 2 innings, having faced 13 batters and walked 5. We'll take a quick break while the train make a change, considering it's going to be a fun time for us to figure out who's on the mound, but stay tuned as we'll be back with more from the top of the Now on the mound is Jackson Ritchie. He will come in a tense situation. He's got no outs and the bases loaded.
Yeah, the Aces have now taken the lead. Cade Woods pitches 2 innings, 3 Ks, 5 walks, a hit, and 2 runs. A wild pitch and a hit by pitch. A little bit of everything for him. Got off to such a great start, but unfortunately just couldn't keep going.
First pitch fouled off by Sullivan. Count 0-1.
But I've been very impressed with Jackson Ritchie when he's come in this season, so hopefully the Hokie can get the big train out of this jam.
He's been good so far for the train, but, I mean, one little slip up here and more runs come home, and it would not be his fault. He's made 3 appearances in 5.1 innings with a 1.6 ERA. Ball high, 1-1.
He has come in, in the middle of the Aces batting order, and like we said, this team very talented at the plate. They have 8 batters above 300, but doesn't have to face Copian, Tellier, Kuntz, so just try to look on the bright side.
It could always be worse. That pitch will miss. 2-1. So what is the goal of today's hot dog-a-thon thing? What is what is it proceeds for?
For Mana.
Huh?
It's like a local food insecurity kind of
food shelter? Or
something like
food
that.
What is that, a food kitchen?
Yes.
Yeah.
A food center fighting hunger in Montgomery County.
Lovely. Well, I will be pounding these hot dogs totally only because I want to support charity, not because I love Catalyst hot dogs. Both are good reasons, though. And that'll miss. It's a 3-1. Ritchie in danger of continuing the streak of walks and hit by pitches. It's been 3 straight batters gifted a base. Richie deals. Ball inside, and that'll send home the third run of the inning for the Aces.
This is just really a struggle. Still no outs, and now the Aces have tacked on 3 runs in this inning, but still only 1 hit.
Hakopian and Harity are the only 2 batters to have not been gifted a base by either a walk or a hit by pitch. Now will be Friend. Guess what he did last time at the plate?
Walked.
Good guess. Yes, he walked. Six walks today from the 2 trained pitchers.
There's going to be some serious pressure on the Big Train offense once we get out of this.
First pitch ball. Sadly, that's a big win. This has been a long inning and still no outs on the board for the Train as we face the 7th batter. Right field, cracking back. Throws in quick. That'll advance the runners from second and third and be a run for the Aces, but a great play in right field from Trey Wingett.
Yeah, the Train desperately needed that first out, and Trey Wingett is, you know, such a good defender out in right field. He really moves all over the place. We've seen him come in, come out to make the catch, and there he does it when his team needs it the most, but the Ace is still rolling. Like you said, another run.
A lot of upsides, though. That's 1 out. The bases are no longer loaded. Things are starting to hopefully work towards an end on this inning. Aces, just 1 hit on the game, leading to 4 runs. First pitch hit right up the middle, and that'll escape the infield. An RBI single from Eze.
Struggles are just continuing for the Big Train here.
At least that one was a hit. You know, at least the batter worked for it. That'll advance Sullivan to second and put Eze on first. At the plate now is Harity. Taking his time is Richie. Inside, count 1-0. The 1-0. Popped up, foul. Can a fan get to it? That's going to go far and away now.
So, on deck is Hollingworth, and this would be his second at bat of the inning. So, pretty likely we're going to cycle through the entire Aces order.
Yeah, barring a double play here, we'll have gone through the order. Ball away, count 2-1. Harity last at bat, flew out to left field. You know what the Train's favorite song by the Neon Trees is? Everybody Walks. Everybody Talks. Not very funny. The 2-1, ball inside, 3-1. Harity now looking to leave Hakopian as the only player yet to reach a free base. Hit well by Harity out into right field. Getting to it is Wingett, and that'll load the bases. A single from Harity. Coming home. Oh, my gosh. The Train caught sleeping. Sullivan charges home, and that'll be an RBI single now for Harity.
It was a great throw from Trey Wingett, but I think Sean Lane just kind of lost track of the ball in the infield, and it is just continuing the struggles here for the big train.
Now battle for the aces. The sophomore at Mississippi
This
Public
inning just will
School,
not end, it seems.
Number 8, Thomas Collinsworth.
As we're going around the order, this will be the 10th batter of the inning. Hollingsworth last time walked and scored. Runners on first and second. It's Eze on second, Harity on first. Ball away. Count 1-0. Sorry, count 0-1. They're going to call it no, 1-0. Scoreboard confused me. Popped up foul, count 1-1. It's a 1-1 count now. Both the second baseman and shortstop shaded towards center, hoping to protect that gap in the middle and to possibly turn a double play to end this inning.
Would be huge. Need those 2 outs desperately.
That pitch will come in for a ball, count 2-1.
Largo again trying to frame that, but not going to do it.
It's a 6-1 ball game right now. Ball away, keeping it in front of him is Wargo.
Yeah, must protect that. Don't want the runners advancing.
Richie now behind in the count again, 3-1. That'll find the zone, count full.
Good stuff from Jackson there.
Crowd trying to rally behind him as he looks for this key out. Hollingworth going to step back in now. The 3-2 running is Eze, and it's a ball 4, so it doesn't matter. Bases are loaded.
So still only 3, I thought it was, 3 hits on the board for the Aces, and they have the bases loaded again on a walk. Surprised not to see Coach Lopez right now.
Yeah, that was the 7th walk of the game for the Train. They will now face Eddie Hakopian. He singled last time in this inning. First pitch to Hakopian comes in for a ball, count 1-0. Second pitch of the at-bat will find the zone, count even 1-1 to Hakopian.
Eddie Hakopian, certainly a threat at the plate. In his last at-bat in this inning, he singled, like you said, so there's a reason he's batting first in this order. Jackson Ritchie taking care of him would be huge.
The 1-1 finds the zone, and Ritchie is now ahead in the count, 1-2.
Ritchie searching for that first K. Since he's come in, he's given up 3 walks and 2 hits. Or excuse me, 2 walks.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's getting a little confusing with this.
Yeah, I was looking at Hollingsworth's last walk, but that was still Cade Woods.
The 1-2. Fouled back. Hakopian barely getting a piece of it to keep this at-bat going. Richie still looking for that third strike and second out. The pitch. Fouled back. Hakopian's going to stay in.
Hakopian getting just enough contact to stay alive there. Jackson Ritchie also looking a bit frustrated, using that towel left over by Cade Woods. Would not be surprised if palms are a little sweaty.
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah.
That's a ground ball on the first base line. Fair. 1 run will come home. 2 runs will come home. Pushing to second is Hakopian, and it's a stand-up 2-run double. And 2 more runs scored. The Train are down 8-1 in the top of the third.
This inning will just not end.
It really won't. Scoring off of that is Eze and Harity. Hollingsworth advances to third. Everyone in the Aces lineup, except for Jacob Friend, has scored. That'll be 6 runs tallied against Richie. First pitch of the at-bat, swung on and missed. Tallier chasing there. He's behind 0-1.
I mean, team has a huge lead. Not surprising to see the Aces getting a little bit aggressive here. Might as well. So it's 8 runs on just 4 hits for the Aces.
Sheesh. Second pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball over to the second baseman. Coming home is Hollingsworth. He will not be contested. That'll be the out at first. Hollingsworth will score his second run of the inning. An RBI for Tellier. Hakopian moves to third. Now just 1 out away from reaching the bottom of the third. The Aces lead 9-1 here. Richie. Swung on and missed. Good first pitch. He's ahead of Kuntz, 0-1. Second pitch misses, count 1-1. This is, sadly, I think, the worst pitching outing from a team perspective that the Train have had all season.
Yeah, I would probably agree. It's just been a real struggle for Jackson Ritchie tonight.
That pitch misses as well. It's 2-1. Yeah, we saw 2 good innings from Woods, and then he started to fall off as well. It's 2-1 count here. Lance for strike 2. Now just 1 strike away from an end to the inning. This is the 13th batter that the Train have faced in the third. The 2-2, ground ball foul. Richie just one strike away from sweet serendipitous sitting down, getting some rest. It's been a long, long inning for him. He's thrown over 30 pitches already. 2-2, fouled back. No reprise.
And also, I mean, Richie came in the least ideal situation, bases loaded, no outs. So it's just unfortunate that that's how he had to come in, and that this is how this is going for him. And he was so good in his last performance. I forget when it was. I can look.
Here comes the 2-2 ground ball. Richie will field it himself and throw it over to Sean Lane. That'll end the inning. But 13 batters come up, 5 walks, and a couple of hits. Give the Aces a massive 9-1 lead here as we enter the bottom of the third. Welcome back. Thank you for hanging in there with us. At the plate, it'll be Luke Nowak. And Alex Walsh had a nice long rest there, a siesta, if you will. He will now return. Train trailed 9-1. Nowak trying to make that change. First pitch of ball.
Yeah, the Train have some serious ground to cover.
It's a 1-0 count. Fouled off. Count even now, 1-1 to Luke Nowak. Nowak is the sole run from the Train. He scored in the first.
The Train just one hit on the board, a single from Emilian Pitre that brought home that one run from Luke Nowak.
That'll land. Count 1-2 to Nowak. The 1-2. Nowak will take, and it'll miss. Count even again. 2-2.
Just the second cycle through of the batting order for the big train. Meanwhile, the Aces started their third in that top of the third. So the pitching from Walsh has just been very efficient.
Here he comes with the 2-2, and just misses. Nowak will stay at the plate. Count is full. It's a full count. The 3-2. It'll miss. Nowak will take his base.
That's a start.
The teams combined have now reached 10 walks. Allie, your family friends picked a heck of a game to come to.
I know. They texted me. They were like, this isn't going great for the team you work for. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Hey, not to be like totally crazily optimistic, but you can never count these guys out.
Look, it's not over yet. They literally have an entire game to play, it feels like. Yeah, it's a shorter one, but they've only had 2.5 innings of a 7-inning game. There's a lot of ball left to play. Gotta wonder what the mindset, though, in the dugout is right now as they try to just rally behind this. And the chanting starting in the 3rd inning, that's new. Another pickoff attempt, not in time. Nowak is safe at first.
So on the lineup card, pitching-wise, other than Richie, is Burdick, Mazzocchi, Baker, and Dukes. So I'll be interested to see who they use. I wouldn't be surprised if we send in Luke or Kai. They've come up clutch before.
Jefferson takes the first pitch for a ball. Count 1-0.
But also, they were requesting walk-up music for Marcus before the game, so maybe it'll be him.
I think we're going to see him at some point today. The 1-0. Jefferson takes again. That ball goes loose. And moving over with ease, uncontested, Luke Nowak. Jefferson ahead in this count, and a runner in scoring position. A chance for the train to start something. Never say die. The 2-0. Jefferson pops that foul. A 2-1 from Walsh. Does that hit Jefferson? Came very close, but did not hit him. Count 3-1.
Yeah, I thought it might have nicked him, but it
What
didn't.
about me? It's a 3-1 count. Yeah, it was right by his knees. Came very close. The 3-1 will miss, and Train getting some walk options too here. That's back-to-back walks and 2 runners on.
The big train absolutely have to take advantage of this here. Cannot leave runners stranded. At the plate with the lone RBI on the day is Emilian Pitre, so. It's now 4 walks for Walsh.
He's got to face Pitre here, which is a hard task. That pitch will be a ball as well. It's a 1-0 count. The pitch in from Walsh. Fouled off, count even. The 1-1 comes in from Walsh. And it misses, 2-1. Walsh now. I don't know what it is about tonight, but none of the pitchers can seem to consistently find the zone.
Yeah, I mean, Cade was early on, I would say, pretty successful with that. But then entering his third inning of work, started to struggle a bit, which, I mean, no fault of his own. Again, he's recovering from a huge injury and wasn't even allowed to face more than 3 batters at the start of this season. So
2-1. Lands, count 2-2. Woods, 2 walks in the second, 3 walks in the third before he was pulled. Jefferson on first. No walk on second. Petrie ground ball to the shortstop. There's one. Looking for the double play. Not in time. Safe as Emilian Petrie. So Jefferson is out at second, but Nowak advances to third, and Petrie reaches on a fielder's choice.
Ace's shortstop, Tellier, was not happy with that call. Threw up his arms, but Petrie takes advantage, gets to base, and now runners in the corners.
That'll bring up Peyton Schultz, the team leader in RBIs. He flew out deep to center field back in the first. First pitch, popped foul. Second pitch from Walsh to Schultz will miss, count even, 1-1.
Bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, I was struggling there. Walsh to Schultz. There we go. Walsh already thrown 55 pitches. Through just 2 1/3. Schultz will get under that, but it'll go behind him, foul.
No, in the last game, Peyton was faced with a full count, eventually got an RBI single. Again, still chasing the 30 mark. Would be huge to make it happen now.
Pickoff attempt not in time. Back to the bag is Emilian. The 1-2. Takes. Count is even. Walsh moving slow. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Schultz goes down. That'll be just the 3rd K of the day for Walsh.
2 outs is a lot of pressure for Sean Lane here.
And an 8-run lead is a lot to task him with coming and helping catch. But every superhero needs his theme music. It's Sean Lane now. First pitch to him, taken for a ball, count 1-0. The 1-0. It'll land in the zone on the outside corner, count 1-1. That one will miss. Good patience from Sean Lane. Counts in his favor, 2-1.
Sean Lane, another guy who's really good at putting the ball in play to drive home runs, but those often come not in two-out situations. He's had quite a few RBIs that have been sac flies and things like that, so pressure's on here.
Popped up to left field, back by the wall. That'll land. It'll come off the scoreboard. 1 run will come home. Tracking around is Petrie. He will try and get to the plate. No, he'll back off. He'll stay at third. He's safe there, and it's a 1-run double for Sean Lane. Train not done yet.
Sean Lane, what an improvement he's made at the plate in the second half of the season. Spoke to him on Sunday, and he told me he's just trying to separate the first half from the second half and continuing to do that here. I agree. You said it earlier. Never say die. That was huge. The 2-out pressure clearly worked for him. Extra base hit. Put something on the board.
And we're not done yet. Clay Wargo's at the plate. There are 2 outs, but there are 2 runners in scoring position now as well. Walsh readies. First pitch. Fouled off. Count 0-1. Walsh, second pitch of the at-bat. Holding the bat back is Wargo, and the count is even, 1-1. Walsh getting a ton of work. I'd imagine he's up towards 70 pitches now.
Yeah,
64.
Yeah, wow. Nice. That was like almost.
I checked earlier the inning.
Okay.
I had a ballpark
Don't say that
estimate.
on air. Let the people think you're like so smart.
I already had my wizard moment with the Sean Lane homer at only. I don't need to fake it. I'm a mystic. Count 2-1.
I think the key here for the big train is going to be a lot of patience. You want to come back, and you have to come back in a big way, but you also got to be smart. Again, 2 outs is a lot of pressure, but can kind of force you to be a little more strategic at the plate.
The 2-1. That'll miss. 3-1. Speaking of 2 Catalyst hot dogs, 1 inning for me. Might have been a little too much. Oh, my gosh.
I still haven't had one.
I need a nap. I think I'm going to burst at the seams. It's a 3-1 count to Clay Wargo. On second is Sean Lane. On third is Emilian Petrie. Walsh readies the pitch. Taken for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. Third walk of the inning. 5th of the day from Walsh, who now ties the high from Woods. Then they're going to do a mound visit here. There is action in the pen. Looks like someone's ready to come in. Fans staying rowdy.
Always at Povich. Yeah, they are signaling to the pen.
So out will come Walsh. He went 2 2/3, giving up just 2 runs, but walking 5 in 2 2/3. He faced a plenty of batters, facing 15 in 3 innings. We'll be right back after this break with more Big Train Baseball. Yep.
Warren Holton.
Now at the plate is Warren Holzheimer. He's got an opportunity here with the bases loaded to help the Train continue to claw back. They're down 9-2. Now on the mound for the Alexandria Aces is Shapiro. First pitch will miss, count 1-0.
Quite a lot of pressure both on Shapiro with the bases loaded and Holzmer with 2 outs and the bases loaded. This could really turn the game for either team.
Here comes the second pitch, and that'll miss, 2-0.
Walks, I mean, speaking a little too soon, but walks have been the theme of the night, and one here would send home a run for the Train.
This has to be like a league high in walks in an inning, right? Because it's been 10 walks between the top and the bottom of the third.
Yeah, probably.
The 2-0, that'll miss. And now far ahead in the count is Holzheimer, 3-0. And there is no chance that he's swinging on anything here. The 3-0, that'll land in the middle of the zone. Holzheimer takes, count 3-1.
Shapiro desperately needed that.
Can Shapiro get back into this count? He readies the 3-1. Low and away, and that'll walk home a run. Train now trailed just by 6. Okay, maybe not just by 6, but by 6. Home will come Amelia and Petrak. That'll move Lane to third, Wargo to second, and Halsey to first. It'll bring up left-handed batter Trey Wingett. That's going to be lefty-lefty. This is definitely what they were hoping for. I mean, they were hoping to get Holzheimer, but if not, now they have the handedness advantage and can hopefully record an out and end the inning. Wingett did draw a walk in his last appearance at the plate. How many times are we going to be saying that today?
Trey, you know, again, I was talking about it earlier, has been much improved over the last couple weeks at bat. He also in a stressful situation here.
First pitch to Wingett, he'll take low, count 1-0. So Walsh will end with 5 walks, and Shapiro will continue the theme with one of his own. That pitch will land in the zone, count 1-1 to Trey.
We are not done with the third inning yet, and it's already been an hour and 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a 7-inning game, so.
Bless the Lord for that one. It's a 1-2. We could literally be here until tomorrow if it wasn't a 7-inning game.
Yeah, it's already 9:20.
Would not be out of the question. 1-2. Lands in the zone, and Wingett goes down looking. But the Train do register 2 runs, cutting the lead down from a 8-run deficit to a 6-run deficit. Be sure to stay tuned to see if they can make a miraculous comeback here on BigTrain.tv. Welcome back after a long third inning. Ali Navarrete has needed a break, and I'm joined by Jacob Charis. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I was like, it's still the third inning. It felt like, honestly, it felt like a playoff game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this game has been going on for, I believe, an hour and 40 minutes so far. We started at,
And we're not even close to being done.
yeah, we not even halfway through, despite the game being just 7 innings long. Now on the mound for the Train will be Marcus Dukes. He comes in relief for Jackson Ritchie. And leading off for the Aces is Boyd. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored. First pitch finds the zone, count 0-1.
Yeah, pitching today. Well, at the start, Cade Woods was really good, and then he just kind of lost control of his pitches, and things just unraveled from there. So hopefully Dukes can try and clean up the damage and spark a Big Train comeback.
It was about halfway through the second when he was facing a friend. That was his first walk, and then from there, he got out of the second, but from there he just wasn't on the game the way he was prior. That's hit well into the outfield, and that'll land for a single. An 0-2 count ends with a single for Boyd, who is now on first.
Well, all this coming, the Aces scored 9 runs on 4 hits.
Yeah. It did not take them many hits to get those 9 runs. They were gifted them, honestly. Train were gifted 2 of their own, so now it's gonna see if they can claw back into it. This is Sullivan at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored. Fouled back under that pitch. Count 0-1. Sullivan batting about 300 on the season. His 28 RBI are in the top 5 in the Ripken League. That pitch finds the zone, count 0-2.
Home plate umpire, in the Wingate at bat, called pitch that was a little bit too inside, and he called it a strike. That one a little bit outside and called it a ball. It's been a little inconsistent from time to time.
That'll miss, count now 1-2. Yeah, it's been a tough game. No one seems to be able to consistently find the zone from either team. Shapiro came in and walked one in the 2 batters he faced. Swing and a miss, and there we go. Someone's got something going, and it's a K for Dukes.
Dukes, a good job on that pitch. He fooled the Aces batter, and good start so far for the Big Train getting 1 out. Obviously, a better start than it was the last inning when they tacked on all those runs.
Friend will step up to the plate. He drove a sac fly into right field during the 3rd inning. In fact, he was the only Aces batter to not score in that 3rd inning. It is the only one to yet score today. Count 1-0. They've really been having a team effort here. Just everyone's been getting in on the scoring. That pitch finds the zone nicely. Count 1-1. Friend lets that one come in.
And he did not like that. He
Oh,
thought it was a little bit too outside, and it's right back at the umpire.
Running. Can they catch Boyd as he goes to second? No, the ball is loose, and Boyd will have a stolen base.
It seems like the Big Train defense hasn't executed. It's really all about execution, or the lack thereof, tonight. Just poor relays. You had that fumbled ball that had an extra run, so it's really the defense not really doing a good job today.
And Boyd, not a stellar base runner. That's actually his first stolen base of the season, despite him being an everyday player with 75 at-bats. Behind in the count. Duke's looking to get back into this one against Friend. And that'll find the zone. Count now even, 2-2.
Curious to see what pitch Dukes throws here. Do you go fastball? Do you go off speed? Breaking ball?
I mean, lefty, I think you just run him inside. Wargo calling for a moment here. The two are going to discuss possibly what pitch to throw here. Petrie having to talk out on second with Boyd. It's been a long day for all these guys. They've been playing ball since 4:30. It's been 5 hours of action already with I guess, a brief 20, 30-minute break in between.
Yeah. It's all been worth it, though, I guess. This is probably a potential playoff matchup for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, it could be very big for the Aces. Should they win here, they'll just be a half game back from the big train.
So tomorrow is probably one of the biggest games of the season to remain in first place and get that.
They will get a bye out of the first round either way. The 2-2. Shot straight to Sean Lane, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
Good awareness from Lane. Hold on to that ball, and that's a big out. We already have 2 outs, thank goodness.
Yeah, train defense working much quicker here. They'll face Eze. He had an RBI single back in the prior inning. Chance to send home another run here with a runner in scoring position. Ball inside, count 1-0. Easy at third base now. He was out in center field, I believe, last game. The 1-0. That'll miss again. Count now 2-0 as both pitches come in low to Eze.
You go fastball? Do you go fastball here on a 2-0?
I think you just got to get something in the zone, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
It's low. It'll miss 3-0 now. He's behind again. On deck is Harity. Harity singled back in the third. Was an RBI. Again, this is a 7-inning game. A 3-0. That misses the zone just barely. Duke's kind of looking at it sideways, trying to figure out that missed, but that'll be his first walk of the game.
Wargo tried to frame that. You could kind of tell from up here, but
yeah, both teams' catchers have been working overtime today to try and just get things into the zone. And, you know, the train catchers have been trying to frame everything up now, present to the catcher, or to the umpire, I should say. Did not work there, though. First pitch, ball low and inside. Wargo stays in front, though, as it rolls out a bit. Count 1-0.
Well, Big Train has options without, it's a force out either way. Or it's any out, honestly.
The 1-0 will land in the zone, count 1-1. Yeah, this is definitely a much lower pressure situation, or much less of a tough one than last inning when runners were on and there were no outs with the bases loaded for a very long time in the third. The 1-1 hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Boyd. No, he'll hold. He'll hold. And now again, the bases are loaded for the Aces. It's Boyd on third, Eze on second, and Harity on first.
Great throw from Luke Nowak, the center fielder, to really hold the runner at third. I mean, he was coming in with a head of steam, and because of Nowak's power, ball got to home, and bases still loaded, and now you have, any out.
It'll be the last batter in the order now, Hollingworth. He scored twice and walked twice so far today. This is already the 6th batter of this inning, but there are 2 outs on the board. First pitch high, count 1-0. The 1-0. That misses as well inside again. Count 2-0. So far this inning, Dukes has thrown 20 pitches and even split 10 strikes and 10 balls. That one finds the zone. He's now in this at bat. Count 2-1. Trying to get out of this inning. The 2-1 to Hollingworth. That lands inside. Count 2-2. Hollingworth not expecting that to be called a strike.
I don't know if you were calling that. I don't think that was a strike either. I think he had a pretty good case.
I think you gotta, honestly, at this point, if you're the Train, you take what you can get.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%.
Down 6 here in a 7-inning game. The 2-2 fouled on the first base line. Well, counts now 2-2 either way. I guess it could be 3-2, but still. Hollingworth, a guy who hasn't made too many appearances for the Aces. This is just his 8th game played for them. The 2-2. Out to left center field. It'll go over Petrie. 1 run will score. Coming home is the second in Ize, and he will score as well as the throw goes extremely wild. Both runners advance, and it'll be a 2-run double.
That was
really bad.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Jefferson straight up overthrew that ball.
By a lot.
Yeah.
And this inning will continue. There's now runners on third and second. The Aces now lead 11-3.
This has just been, if I could call it something, a complete collapse for the Bethesda Big Train. If not what you want going, with the 1 game left before the playoffs. It has not been. I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to the Aces. They've been hitting a bunch.
Grounded straight to Dukes. The throw to first is in time, and that'll end the inning, but not before 2 runs come home. 7 batters come up for the Aces, and they now lead by 9 runs here as we enter the bottom. leading off here for the Bethesda Big Train is Colton Hegwood. Train, those 2 runs they gained back last inning, taken right away by the Aces. They now trail again by 9, 11-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Still on the mound is Joe Shapiro. Hegwood, a hefty swing and a hefty miss, count 0-1. He's trying to solve the game with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah. But you still got a ball game to play. You still want to obviously play your hardest because, I mean, look, baseball's a interesting game where the lead, especially it's 11-3, you're down by a lot, but you could still, if you just string together runs and just start playing your brand of baseball, things can happen. I know you're a Mets fan, I'm a Nationals fan. That 9 bottom of the 9th comeback that the Nats fans always talk about, right? So anything could happen.
Whatever is going to happen, if something does, it needs to be special right now.
Yeah.
But it is possible. You're right.
But yeah, you still got to play your best, obviously.
The 1-2 to Hegwood fouled off. Count remains 1-2.
I mean, staying alive at bats, just trying not to do too much. I think that's something that the coaching staff might say after the game is they were trying to do too much, attack the pitches a little too much.
The 1-2. Hegwood fouls another one off. This at-bat continues on. Yeah, I think that's true. They're definitely swinging at a lot of pitches that could be taken as balls. Like Hegwood there fouled that off. That probably would have missed the zone.
Well, then again, like we said, the home plate umpire has been a little inconsistent. You just never know, but still.
1-2 again. Hegwood goes down swinging. Second K of the day for Joe Shapiro.
I'm not one to tell pitches. I can't tell. I don't know if you. So that looked like some sort of off-speed breaking ball. I can't tell exactly what it was.
Normally I can, but I was not really paying attention to that one. I was watching the bat, hoping that Hegwood would get a piece of it.
It cut inside down.
Yeah,
so.
it was definitely a breaking ball. He tracked something into the dirt. Bunt shown, but pulls it back, takes ball 1. This is Luke Nowalk. Today he is 0 for 0, drawing walks both times at the plate. Actually, they're going to call that a strike for the first pitch?
No. I guess they
it's
said.
0-1.
All right.
Guess maybe he didn't pull the bat back in time. The 0-1 will miss. Count now 1-1. Ball don't lie.
I think another thing, I don't know if this talked about, but, Cade Woods, he looked solid, right? And I think he was maybe trying to pitch too hard, he just tried forcefully throwing the ball instead of just settling down.
Grounded to the third baseman, Ize, and thrown easily across. That'll be the second out of the inning. Yeah, he was really attacking. I think he threw only 2 balls against the first 5 batters. Only 3 balls against the first 5 batters, and then just.
He had control of his off speed. He had control of his fastball, and then he just couldn't find his zone. But you know what? You got to give him a lot of credit considering the stuff he had to go through prior to this season. Tommy John, the surgery. He hadn't pitched for 14 months. One of his better games, I don't remember the date, but I think he struck out 6.
Was that Parents' Day? 'Cause I remember his family was here for a
believe,
good performance. Yeah. That was a great one from him. The 1-0. Hit by D.M. Jefferson. That'll land in the gap for a single. Oh, it'll escape the left fielder and the center fielder. Jefferson's going to round and push to second. The throw is off, and a stand-up double for D.M. Jefferson. His first hit of this game.
Good job from Jefferson there. Good swing. And good placement of that ball, too.
It'll bring up Emilian Pitre. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. Has been on base twice. Leads the league in batting average. Can he do something here to help bring home Jefferson? First pitch, low and away, 1-0 count to Emilian Pitre. We've now hit the 2-hour mark on this game, or I guess we're a minute or two shy of it. The 1-0 falls away, count 2-0.
I don't recall the last time I saw a slow Cal Ripken baseball game with the Big Train. Because normally these games go by so quickly at the start, and then they start to slow down.
Now that and the pitchers just deal so quickly, but today
Right.
they've been taking their time a lot more as they try to find the zone. 2-0 taken. Again, it's a ball. Petre had 3-0. The 3-0 will land in the zone. Shapiro finds a strike. The count is now 3-1.
Other than the game, it's a pretty nice night. It cooled down, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was not a great afternoon, but now that the sun's down, we're under the lights instead
I
of the
wonder what
beating
was hotter,
hot
the
sun.
broadcast booth or outside?
I honestly think it might have been the booth. Even though we have a fan back there, it does not do much. Like, that thing's cranking, but it does not change anything.
Yeah, like my
It's a 3-1 count. The pitch comes in, and now it's a full count to Emilian Petre. Shapiro, a chance to get out of this inning, having faced just 4 batters, even
yeah.
with
So
the
now, what do
double.
you do here for Shapiro? What pitch do you throw? Like you 3-2, you try and fool him, or just go fastball? There's a lot of options here for sure.
Again, I'm a huge fan of the lefty-lefty fastball inside, which is what he went for there, but Petre corks it off down the third base line. Yeah, when you have a lefty-lefty matchup, at least when I'm playing MLB The Show, I love riding a
Right.
left-handed heater high and inside. It really jams up the batter. Like we just saw with Petre, he got a piece of it, but that thing had no chance of going anywhere in play. He had him jammed up. But now that he's already thrown that, the question is, do you go to it again? There's a great statistical analysis by one of my Sabre peers who did a thing about you should probably throw a pitch if it works twice in a row because it's likely to succeed again. But that's a different one, and that's strike 3. Petre goes down looking, and that's 3 Ks for Joe Shapiro. The Trains still trail by 8 runs as we enter the 5th inning. Well, it's just me now, which I can't say I'm shocked by, but leading off for the Aces will be Tellier. Tellier so far today is 0 for 2. He's drawn a walk and scored back in the third. I'm surprised you came back at all after that last inning.
It was long.
No, I'm just saying it was painful.
Oh, yeah.
Not the best big train baseball. That pitch will land in, count 0-1.
My friends did leave.
I would too. I'm going to be honest. This is just I'm not even referring to the fact that the trainer losing. It's just so much walking, so little good baseball. But that's a great play from Petrie, and the throw across the lane is in time. And that'll be the first out of the inning. That was good. Oh, look at the little bat boy for the Aces.
Oh my gosh, he's adorable. I don't think I've ever seen him.
He out there. He out there doing work. Brings up Kuntz. He's 0 for 2, but with a walk and a run scored. First pitch in for a ball.
Still Marcus on the mound?
Yes, it is. The 1-0 misses. Count 2-0. Trained pitchers have combined for 8 walks. In danger here of doing another. It's a 2-0 pitch. That'll miss. Count 3-0. The 3-0 misses. Ball 4. Second walk of the day from Dukes, and Kuntz will take his base.
Now batting for the Aces, the left fielder, number 27, C.J. Boyd.
Going to bring up C.J. Boyd. He's had himself a game. 2 runs scored, a hit, a stolen base, and a walk. Dukes shaking off a pitch or two. Now he's going to ready. First pitch of the at-bat misses inside. Count 1-0.
Marcus Dukes, who just recently announced he'll be transferring to the College of Charleston. That's very exciting. One of our guys who successfully found a new home via the transfer portal.
Was his prior home Virginia Tech?
Yes.
That's right. 2-0 count now here from him. That's 6 straight balls. Pop foul. Count's going to move to 2-1.
Finally had myself a Catalyst hot dog. Had to finish off the plate down there. Contribute to the cause. Aaron was like, "Have you had one yet?" And I was like, no. But I said it quietly because I was in front of Chris, the
A
Catalyst
2-1.
guy.
That'll land 2-2.
But I got one in.
I had 2, and now I need to go take a nap. My stomach is so full. The 2-2. Ground ball down the third baseline, foul.
I need to try the Chicago dog still. That's on my list for our final week of work.
Well, it's on my list. Win a title.
That too.
That and get an away game at Olney so I can have a snow cone. I don't know if that's even possible right now with the standings, but I'm hoping for it.
I think it might be.
2-2. Popped foul. That's a car crusher. Ooh, could hear it hit something. That's not good.
What's your snow cone order?
No, I don't really know. It's kind of whatever color I'm feeling. Because it's all sugar, right? Like, it's all sugar and water.
Yeah, but there's flavors.
Really?
Yes.
Pop foul. I feel like they're like Skittles, where they all are actually the same flavor.
No. There's several flavors.
Okay, I guess I'm not a connoisseur like you are.
Well, Baylor's better.
Yeah, he ran out there quick. I don't know, red or blue, blue raspberry or like strawberry or cherry, whatever the red is.
The best flavor is Tiger's Blood.
What?
It's strawberry coconut. It's so good.
That's a horrible name, but a very good flavor.
Yeah. It's like known. Like every place has it. Like every snow cone place. It's like called Tiger's Blood.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The 2-2. Foul tipped back. Is going to stay in there. Long at bat here for C.J. Boyd. That was the 7th pitch we've seen. Sorry, the 8th pitch we've seen. Dukes will be throwing his 40th pitch of the game in just 1 1/3. And that'll miss. The count is full. I wonder if there's a difference in how mercy rule would work for a shortened game. I assume there's not, and they just let him play.
Yeah, I mean, we're already in the 5th.
Popped foul. Count stays 3-2. That's 10 pitches.
But C.J. Boyd does not want to see us get to the 6th.
We're in the top 5 right now for those of you just tuning in. 1 out. The train trail 3-11. Kuntz is on first. The pitch. Fouled off again.
Oh my gosh.
Boyd just not letting this at-bat end. Fighting very hard against Dukes here, making him keep going. He readies the 3-2. Popped up to center field. Tracking back is Nowak, and he will make the catch. Second out of the inning. The long at-bat is futile for Boyd.
Yeah, finally, Duke's able to get him to get some contact there. Flies out. Now just 1 out away.
Sullivan, the DH, at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 Ks, but like it seems most players did, he drew a walk and scored in the 3rd. First pitch to him. Swings, fouled back. That's another car hitter.
Lots of foul balls in these at-bats from Marcus Dukes. It's just really making him work for it and the Aces batters. When I was down there, their bullpen was getting pretty rowdy.
The 0-1. That'll miss. 1-1. And with a lead like this, I mean, I guess it is time to get rowdy. Team that you've had the number for. Trainer 2-3 against the Aces on the season. A loss here would move them to 2-4. The 1-1 misses. Count 2-1.
Yeah, really the only team that's been able to do a number on the Train.
Them and the Braves, I believe, are the only 2 teams to beat the Train more than once.
Yeah.
Metro SoCo got us twice in one day.
Yeah, that was tough. Reminiscent of this. It was a doubleheader. It was hot. It was long.
The 2-1. Fouled back. Count even. Stands nowhere near as packed as they were at the start of this game. Nearing the 10 o'clock mark. Dukes, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout to end the inning. Dukes gets another K. I believe that's his 3rd of the day. No, his 2nd. And the Train keep the Aces quiet for the first time since the 2nd inning. We'll see if they can strike back here in the bottom of the 5th. It's Schultz, Lane, Wargo here as the Train try and get this lead cut down in the bottom of the 5th. Pretty sure Schultz's new walk-up song says the word train in it. That's cool. First pitch in for a strike. No. Ball, count 1-0. Still on the mound is Joe Shapiro for the Aces. Ball fouled off the plate. Count now 1-1. Peyton 0 for 2 in this game. Last game went 1 for 3, so he's 1 for 5 on total. The 1-1. Misses, count 2-1.
This game now nearing like the time it would take to finish a normal game.
Yeah. Fouled off, count 2-2. Because what did we start at 7:35?
Yeah.
Probably closer to 7:40 because of all the first pitches. But even then, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes
Yeah.
over 5 innings. So that's 140 minutes over 5 innings. What is that? Fouled off. He's going to stay alive as the catcher fails to catch it. Count 2-2. 28 minutes an inning.
Oh my gosh.
So each inning has taken about a half hour. Extend that out to a 9-inning game, and it would take 4.5 hours.
That's brutal.
If we were playing a Drew doubleheader, and this continued for a full day, it would be a 9-hour extravaganza that would have extended to tomorrow. And honestly, there is still a chance that this extends to tomorrow. I was talking to Jacob about that, and I think there's a genuine chance that if the Trains start to come back and it's through a bunch of walks, we could be here until tomorrow. Line straight to Ize, and that'll be the first out of the inning. I literally will not have a bus home. The Trains will have stopped.
Speaking of trains, here comes the Lane train.
He had a great at-bat in the 3rd inning. He doubled to try and help the Train get back into it.
That he did.
First pitch, ball low, count 1-0.
So looking to tomorrow, we'll be on the road playing the DC Grays at 5 p.m.
2-0.
And that is not what your calendar will say because we're supposed to have one final exhibition game here at Povich against the Southern Maryland Senators, but the rain
Popped up to left center field. Tracking in as a center fielder, and he'll get there.
the rain kind of messed that one up on Monday night. We didn't play, so we're going to head to DC and play at 5. I believe they have another game after that. That's why it's at 5 p.m. So
they got to make up one against the Giants, I think.
Potentially our game will only be 7 innings. I'm not really sure, but yes, DC tomorrow, 5 p.m. Be there on YouTube or be square. And then some off days before the playoffs,
Yeah,
which,
we'll have,
despite
we can
tonight,
know.
I'm very excited for.
The playoffs or having time off?
The playoffs.
Count 0-1 now. Oh, 2 now to Wargo. I think the only way to describe today is just rut row.
Yeah.
Just not the best moment for the Train, and it stinks that their weakness is going to be the team that they will have to probably face in the finals. We're going to need to see something change for this Train team over the next week if they want to come back and beat the Aces in a potential finals matchup. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Wargo, and that'll end the inning. A third K of the day for Shapiro, and we'll enter the top of the 6th after this break. Welcome back now. It's the top of the 7th, leading off. Top of the 6th, leading off is Eze. Sorry, I had to move everything down an inning because of the extremely long third in my scorebook. First pitch in for a ball, count 1-0. It's Kai Burdick on the mound, and somehow his shirt is big on him. And he's Kai Burdick.
I think it's actually Friend at the plate.
No,
Eze on deck.
Really? You're
Yeah.
right. I thought French struck out, but that
No,
was Sullivan
Sullivan.
struck out. Apologies. You're right. It's Friend and then Eze. It's a 1-1 count. So Holsey's he's my height. So that's how I look standing next to Kai Burdick. That's tough. Fouls it off.
I mean,
Count 1 and
anyone
2.
looks small next to Kai Burdick, to be honest.
Yeah.
I remember doing an interview with him once, and I looked after, and I was like, oh, I look like very small.
I met GW's starting center, who's I think even taller than Kai. That pitch comes in 2-2. Let's see. What is Kai Burdick's height?
6'10".
Whew.
Little fun fact for you.
Yeah.
One time for Halloween, Kai Burdick dressed up as Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's awesome. And Mr. Burdick, if you're listening, saw that on Twitter. It was hilarious. He exposed Kai and posted the picture.
The 2-2. That'll miss. Count now full.
But, yeah, it was the Halloween game, I think, and we had Kai in the booth with us. And Ian was like, what's your best Halloween costume? And he told us, and then it was on Twitter right after. So it was pretty funny. He used to have, like, an afro type thing going on. Real curly hair, so that's why he did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he really was Big Bird.
Yes.
Curly hair. The 3-2 fouled off. Friend will remain at the plate. Yeah, our starting center is 6'10", and there's a picture of me doing an interview with him post-game, and I'm just, like, looking up at him. It is tough. It ain't easy being around the average height. Slightly below. 3-2 again from Burdick. He dishes. That'll miss. And taking his base will be Friend. Actually, yeah.
I don't think he realized.
And it didn't seem like it.
I also just looked on YouTube, and I called this Big Train versus Giants game, too.
Yeah, I was going to
But
say that.
you guys know that's not correct. Apologies.
Just go back. I think you can go back and change it after it's posted.
Okay, I will do that so that you all know. But, yeah, the doubleheaders all starting to blur together.
Just found out I'm above average height. Male average height is 5'9". World train. I really thought I was small. So Friend on first. Eze will step up, the third baseman. Big Bird's walk is number 10 in total for the train. And on the day, it's number 16. I want shady. I'm chopped liver. Want a little bit of this? Here's what I'll give you. Eze with a great walk-up song. First pitch to him. Comes in for a strike. Count 0-1.
Great pitch there from Kai Burdick. Exactly how you want to start.
Got a good strike into Eze. Can he get another? Misses. Count 1-1. Third pitch of the at-bat. Wargo tries to frame it up, but that'll miss. Count 2-1 to Eze.
Some action in the Aces bullpen. That's Brody Valentine warming up. The Train have seen him before. And they've only used 2 arms, so definitely expecting them to throw someone new in here for the bottom of the 6th.
That pitch will miss. Count now 3-1 to Eze. Burdick now struggling with his control. Not something we've really seen him struggle with yet this season, I don't think.
Yeah, he pitched 1 inning last week against the Giants. Did a good job. And then pitched really well at DC a couple weeks back. Like over 3 innings.
And it will hit Eze. Either way, would have been ball 4. And taking his base now, back-to-back walks. And I apologize, Burdick has been somewhat inconsistent with his ability to control pitching. He's pitched 10 innings with 10 walks.
second baseman number 1, Brendan Harry.
It'll bring up Harity. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, an RBI, 2 runs scored. First pitch to him will miss for a ball, count 1-0. Finds the zone there. Count 1-1 now to Harity. On deck is Hollingworth. The 1-1. Inside and will go wild. Both runners will advance uncontested. Now Friend on third and Ize on second.
Just it's very quiet at Charlie Povich tonight, kind of matching the tone of this game. It's not normally like this in the second to last inning.
Let alone against the Aces. Things were really loud last time they came to Povich,
Yeah.
but I think you could hear a penny drop right now. Burdick. He readies. Here comes the 2-1. Hit deep to right center field. Tracking back. Can they get there? No, that'll land. 1 run will come home. Ize will follow. No, he'll hold. It'll be a 1-run double for Harity.
These Aces bats just will not let up. Tacking on another one now. Almost a 10-run lead. It's 9.
Yeah, no mercy here. It's 12-3. 2 in scoring position with no outs in this, the 6th inning. Again, it's just a 7-inning game. I think if they lead by 12 in the 6th, do we end?
I'm not sure because, again, it is a 7-inning game. Yeah, and only time will tell.
First pitch here to Hollingworth will miss. Count 1-0.
Wargo had to dive for that.
Yeah.
You know, going big picture, like you said, Nick, this likely will be, if like everything stuck to how it should shake out, this would likely be the final matchup in the Cal Ripken League Championships.
That'll land for a strike, 1-1.
I'm just wondering what the big train can kind of change against this team to sort of get more wins out of them. When was the last time we beat the Aces?
I believe it was back in June, but I'm not 100%. Played them only one other time in July. Lost to them 3-9 on the road.
Yeah.
Lost them 4-13 on the 25th. We beat them on June 21st, 7-5. So
At their field.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Exactly a month ago today.
I think the number one change they need to make is the pitching. This has just not been a good pitching night. Secondly, the defense has been bad. Every throw-in has been miscued. There was that extra run that came home that shouldn't have back in the third with a bad throw to the first baseman. I think it's all on the pitching right now, which is a fixable issue. I think, no offense to the guys we've seen tonight, we'll see different names in a playoff series against the Aces. I don't expect to see, honestly, the only name out of this group that I'd expect to see is Burdick, who gets a swing and miss from Hollingworth there for strike 3. And now it's 1-2. That scoreboard is ahead.
Yeah, I also think it's just sort of a mental thing. Clearly, there's some sort of tension between these teams, and the Aces being really the only consistently competitive team with the big train. I think you got to kind of shake that off and figure out mentally how to approach playing them.
Hollingworth fouls it out. Count will remain 1-2. Yeah, I think there's got to be a big change in tune after a loss like this. You need to bounce back. I think they need a big win at DC, a dominant win, and then they need to roll through the first round of the playoffs if they want to have any chance at building confidence against the Aces. Swing and a miss. Burdick gets the K finally, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, I think tomorrow is a huge opportunity. You're on the road at DC. We've won at that field a bunch. And the last time we were there, it was a 6-1 loss. It was really tough, but I think that the Big Train will be looking for a little revenge tomorrow night. Hopefully, the last time at DC plus this doubleheader going the way it has will put a little fuel to the fire.
Swings under that, fouled behind. At the plate now is Hakopian, back to the top of the order. I think they just got to stay hungry. I mean, this team is definitely the most talented team in the league, but they are, at least today, they are not playing like it. The L1 fouled off, count 0-2. And I think they need to all click at the same time. I think we've had games where the pitching's been exquisite and the bats have just not been there. We've had games where the bats have been there, but the pitching hasn't been able to back them up. It needs to click together, the offense and the defense. You need both in the same game to be a dominant team. The 0-2 from Big Bird. Hit out to right field. Under it is Wingett. He'll make the catch, tagging up his Ize. Throw a bullet to the plate from Wingett, and he did not get him. The fans are outraged. That was a horrible call at the plate. He had him by a mile.
Yeah, Clay Wargo had that. I don't understand how that just happened, but officially a double-digit lead for the Aces.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, I don't think that run's going to make a difference, but just a very bad call at the plate. Now a 13-3 deficit.
It's the third RBI from Hakopian.
Burdick now looking to get out of this inning. He's got 2 outs and just 1 runner on third in Harity. He'll land the first pitch, count 0-1. The 0-1. That comes inside. Wargo trying to gun to third. Getting there just in time is Holzmer. He wasn't really near the bag. Count 1-1.
Yeah, nice little play there from Clay Wargo, but I don't think Holzmer was necessarily expecting it. Got the ball, but like you said, just too far from the bag.
Count is 1-1 here to Tellier. Tellier today 0 for 3. Been the one weak spot in this well-hitting Aces lineup today, and he swings on that. Count 1-2.
Yeah, and uncharacteristic of him, Adam Tellier, one of the best hitters on this team. So, has not been his day, but I think that just shows how big wins can be when maybe your hottest guy isn't hot, but the rest of the team is there to back him up. I mean, basically everyone else on the team has been exceptional at the plate today.
The 1-2 popped up, tracking back and caught by Hegwood. That'll end the inning, but the Train gave up 2 more. They now trail by 10 runs. Can a miracle occur at the Pove? Stay tuned for more as we enter the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back. Train now trailed by 10, and I'm joined by Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Nick. What's going on, Big Train fans? It's your on-field host with the most up in the booth. Color commentating for the last couple innings. It's Jay Carter. Good to be here, Nick.
Yeah, glad to have you here. We need some sort of life in the booth. It's been a long game. The Train trailed, of course, by 10 runs. At the plate now is Warren Holzheimer. Brody Valentine will take the mound for the Aces. Valentine readies, and the pitch is in. That'll miss the zone, count 1-0. So, Jay, what have you been getting from the fans down there today?
Well, Nick, you know, it's always tough with a doubleheader. You never know how long we're really going to go into the evening. But, you know, the fans that showed up for the first game and into the second, the atmosphere was electric, you know?
Yeah, it's been 6 hours of baseball with that brief break in the middle. Swing and a miss, count 1-1. So it's been, a lot on everyone, the employees, the fans, and especially the players.
Yeah, last home game of the regular season. Definitely a good night to be out at the ballpark. It's a really beautiful place out here, and the weather's nice.
Third pitch of the at-bat lands in, count 1-2. Yeah, now that the sun is down, it is beautiful weather. Was very hot earlier in the day, but thankfully the sun has set on the Pove. And the 1-2 fouled off.
Yeah, last time Allie had me in here, she said everybody comments on the heat in the box. But not quite sure what I would take. Would you rather take standing outside in the sun in the first inning of a game or the box?
No, I'm not going to lie. Allie overhypes how hot it is in here. It's not good. I'm not going to lie. But it's definitely better than being around running in the sun. The 1-2. Ball high, count 2-2. The problem is just that the air is stagnant in here. Even with that big fan, it doesn't move the air. It just kind of sits. The 2-2. That misses inside. Count now full to Holzheimer. Holzheimer today 0 for 1, drew a walk in the third. Just his third at-bat of the day. The 3-2. Ground ball bounces off of him there. Came back to get him. Count's going to remain full.
Well, we've seen the last 2 weeks stretch the big trains. They've really been patient with some of these counts, regardless of the score. Definitely in no rush to find their pitch. They know that coming back is something you take one step at a time.
Yeah, working this count is the best thing you can do. Force him to come to you, and he comes inside with a pitch. So great patience from Holzheimer. Gets the walk there and gets the inning started on a good note. Runner on first. Walking up now is Trey Wingett. Tonight he is 0 for 1. Drew a walk in the second, but went down looking to end a third inning rally. See if he can make an impact here as the Train really need to get something going and soon.
Hey, I don't want to say anything too soon. Last time I was in booth, we made a pretty good attempt at a comeback.
Okay, maybe you're the good luck charm. I'm not going to say it, but maybe. That first pitch swing and a miss, count 0-1 to Trey Wingett. How you doing with the scoreboard there?
We're doing fantastic. You know, learning something new every day, but I think I got this down.
Awesome, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's an 0-1 count now. This is Brody Valentine, a guy the Train have seen a lot of so far this season. That second pitch will land in, now 0-2 to Wingett. Valentine has appeared in 10 games for the Aces, going against the Train just once, actually, in a 13-4 win. He closed out the game with a good inning of relief. The 0-2. Did Wingett go around? And he did. Trey Wingett goes down swinging. That'll be the first out of the inning. A 1-2-3 pitch strikeout for Brody Valentine.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a rough one. Came around the swing and was already walking off. You maybe thought he could have convinced the ump otherwise, but first base had him going across, and he's taking a walk back to the dugout.
That'll bring up Colton Hegwood, another guy who hasn't had the best day at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Now would be an ideal time to break open for him. Hits the first one, broken bat, caught by the second baseman. And that'll be a quick fly out for Hegwood. Now, 2 outs on the board will bring up Luke Nowak. He's 0 for 1 on the day, has drawn 2 walks, and is 2 of the 3 runs that have crossed the plate for the Train.
You know, they say, one thing different about Big Train Baseball and Cal Ripken League is the wooden bats, but they never mention the broken wooden bats flying at you when you're playing defense.
They got the bat boy Owen going to get it. Hopefully he doesn't get a splinter carrying that. We saw in the last game, too, a guy just lost the grip. The wooden bats are a little more slippery than the than the aluminum bats. They're not as thick gripped on the handle.
But, man, it's true baseball when you hear that sound.
Yeah, there's nothing better than hearing that. The metal noise of college ball is just so different. First pitch, ball low, count 1-0. Nowak looking for his first hit of the game. He had 1 last game, going 1 for 3 with a single. Did he go around it? I believe he did. Count 1-1. Check the chat. Ooh. It's a 1-1 count. It's a 2-1 count. That'll miss. 3-1 now. Great patience from Nowak as he gets ahead in this count. Fouled off. Count now full. 3-2. Full count here to Nowak. 2 outs on the board. And on first is Holzheimer. The pitch will miss. Moving is Holzheimer. He was running regardless, and now 2 runners on.
Yeah, that's really positive, Nick. Got someone in scoring position now. Again, being really patient in the count. Understanding the gravity of getting on base and keeping us alive in this inning, giving us another chance. DM looking strong. Might be able to see a good product out of him here.
They got 2 on. A hit here would be huge from DM Jefferson. First pitch into him. Breaking ball drops it in. Count 0-1. DM did double back in the 4th. He is 1 for 2 today. That one will miss. Count even now to DM Jefferson. Jefferson out of Notre Dame. He's playing left field tonight. Has taken that position in both games today. Did have an error earlier in the game on a throw in that overthrew the plate and let an extra runner come home. It's 1-1. Called strike. Count 1-2 now to DM Jefferson. Jefferson in at the plate. He's behind here to Brody Valentine. Brody, the 1-2. Outside, at-bat's going to continue, 2-2. Valentine. Again, looking for the third strike. Misses. Count now full to DM Jefferson, in danger of his third walk of the inning. Full count. The pitch. Runners are going, and it'll miss. Now the bases are loaded for the Bethesda Big Train. Third walk of the inning.
Again, another big chance for the Big Train to make something happen. We've left a couple runners on base throughout the game. Have we woken up enough to get somebody across the plate?
Now looking at what they've left on base, they've left 6 on base so far today. Bases were loaded in the third when that inning ended. Ball low inside to Emilian Pitre. Pitre is 1 for 2 on the day.
Big Pitre fan here. Pulling for him in this at-bat.
I would love to see something out of him here. It's 1-0. Swings and fouls it back. Count even. Ball high, count 2-1 now. 2 balls away from a run coming home. The 2-1. Fouled off, count now even. Valentine again, just 1 strike away from ending this inning. Valentine getting put to work. That's his 28th pitch of this inning alone. Gonna resettle on the rubber. The 2-2. That was a what was that? All runners will advance and a run will score on, I think, the wildest pitch I've ever seen. That'll bring a run home, and the lead is now cut down to 9.
What did I say, Nick? I bring in runs when I'm in the box.
Well, and you get them how you want them. Was that pretty? No.
I don't care as long as they touch home plate.
A run is a run. And you're right. You know what? That was the first run we've scored since back in the third. Now the lead's cut back down to single digits. Valentine the 3-2. That'll miss and go wild, and another run will come home. Jefferson will move to third. Scoring is no walk, and now it's an 8-run game. 4th walk, 3rd consecutive from Valentine. You got to imagine that they're going to talk to him here, possibly pull him out.
And on that wild pitch, I think it was DM at third. Almost thought about going again. Had to hit the dirt. Back safe. The throw from the catcher not in time. And folks, I noticed we've got about 35 fans watching from around the country tonight. And I was on field tonight for the first pitch ceremony, and we had all the host families out for the guys throwing out their first pitches to their players. And let me just say, the boys have had an astounding season. And if you're a parent watching out there, we thank you for coming out the last couple weeks when we hosted y'all out here. But the host families have been absolutely incredible. And the guys couldn't have asked for a better summer. And we couldn't have asked for a better group of players out here at the Big Train. We thank you for watching wherever you are in the country. Appreciate your support.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. We're going to head to a quick break while the Aces warm up. We'll be right back after this. now on the mound is Yuchen Wang for the Aces. He's gone 7 games, giving up a total of, where does earned run total go? A 15.42 ERA from Wang. 12 earned runs given up in his time in the mound. See if he can be the solution here as the runners enter the corners. Last time he played the big train, he went 1/3, struck out 1, walked 1, and then was done. That was in a 13-4 win. Very similar score here. It's 13-5, but Peyton Schultz at the plate, runners in the corners. That's DM Jefferson on third and Emilian Petre on first. And Schultz is going to, I guess, level up the grass. I'm not sure what that was. But here we go. 2 outs on the board. And that hits Peyton Schultz on the first pitch. And the bases are now loaded. That one did not look like a fun hit-by-pitch. I mean, not that any hit-by-pitches are fun.
Yeah, it took it like a champ, as we say, and a slow trot down to first. A rude awakening.
Tough entry for Wang. He's now loaded the bases, and now will have to face Sean Lane. Lane had a great double early in the game. Another one here would be extremely helpful. That ball will miss. Count 1-0.
Sean Lane, heard people calling him the Bethesda Big Poppy earlier today. No doubt in my mind he could crush us over the fence if he wanted to.
Honestly, any sort of hit here would be huge. Bringing home enough runs, a run or 2 here would be brilliant. Second pitch will miss, and it'll go wild. Coming home is DM Jefferson. All runners will advance. Third wild pitch and 3rd run scored off of it this inning for the Bethesda Big Train.
Would you look at that, folks? Jay in the box, Jay with the call, and we are getting some runs on the board.
Look, if this game keeps getting close and it becomes competitive, Allie is not coming back. You are staying in the booth. We're keeping it.
I've got the rally cap on.
Yeah.
We are sitting here ready to go. We might be in for a longer night than normal, folks.
I mean, we already have been. This game has run, oh my God, 3 hours, and it's been 6 innings. So this game alone is going to be the length of a normal 9-inning game, and we had a game before this. So, and Sean Lane's got the count in his favor. It's 2-0 with 2 runners in scoring position. Now the lead has cut down to 7. Should he bring these 2 runners home, a 5-run game is not it's doable. Is it close? No, but anything could happen in a game like this. And that's a ball inside, 3-0 to Lane. So Wang has come in. He hit Schultz and is now 3-0 behind to Sean Lane, in danger of throwing 5 straight balls. And there it is. That'll load the bases again. And a walk for Wang brings up Wargo, the 9th batter of the inning. You know, if you're a player down there, you got to be getting kind of hype right now, right? Like, this has not been a fun game, but suddenly things are starting to go more your way. The windup and the first pitch to Wargo, he'll take a strike. First strike found for Wang in 6 pitches. Count is now 0-1. Wang from Overland Park, Kansas. Currently uncommitted to a university. Second pitch will miss. Count now 1-1. Wang's walk brings the total up for the Aces to 11. That's 22 walks from both teams combined. That has to be some sort of big train, or even Ripken League record. Apologies, it's 2-1 now the count. Wargo playing patient at the plate here. The 2-1. Ground ball to third base. The throw over to second is in time, and that'll end the inning. But the Train tally 3. Hope is alive as we enter the top of the 7th. The Train trail 13-6. No, it's the microphone. It's the 7th inning. Now leading off is Kuntz. It'll go Kuntz, Boyd, Sullivan as the Aces look to pad out their lead. Train has cut into it. They now trail 13-6. You know, if they had just stopped giving up runs, I know that's a very tough thing to say. Stop giving up runs after that 9-inning outburst. They could actually be okay. That is hit deep to right field. That is gone. Caught. Wow, never mind. Caught at the warning track by Trey Wingett. That was extremely well hit by Kuntz, but just not enough.
Now back to the Aces, number 27, CJ Boyd.
Yeah, I mean, Trey Wingett usually going to get there. They put him in right field for a reason. He's so athletic, I think, deep in the back, and they were playing pretty far back, so I think he was ready to get there.
First pitch of this at-bat will miss. Wargo's going to drop it, but no one's on base to take advantage. Boyd takes ball 1. God, I thought Kuntz had that out of the park. The 1-0. Big Bird finds the zone, count 1-1. That pitch will land 1-2. Yeah, 22 walks total in the day, 11 for each team. The difference has been that the Aces have gotten some hits and the Train have given up 2 errors. Without that, this game could be closer. And that's a strike 3. Burdick, second K of the day. And down goes Boyd.
Good stuff from Kai Burdick. I mean, all the innings have been quite long, so potential for a 3-4 batter inning here would be huge.
Count is 0-0. Ball inside 1-0. Did you see the account that's spamming our comments?
No.
Oh, look at the group me.
Wait, is it the same one as the last time? Is it not appropriate?
Yes.
Yeah, it's happened before.
1-1.
It happened while you were out.
Sam has theorized that it's triggered by the word hot. Because someone said, how hot is it in Bethesda?
Oh.
And I think she's right. I think she's a genius.
Who said that?
Sam, 1-1. Count now 1-2.
Yeah, that is smart. That is really smart.
The 1-2 from Big Bird fouled off. At bat will continue. One two is inside. Count is now 2-2. Big Bird again. Popped up. That is high hit. That's going to probably go foul, but Sean Lane's going to track it. Wingett comes in and makes the catch. That'll end this half of the inning. The Train have a chance to make a comeback. They are down 13-6. Could we be watching a miracle at the Pove? The Train tallied 3 runs last inning to cut this lead down to 7. Leading off will be Warren Holzheimer, who played a great role in that rally. He drew a walk and scored. The dream is alive. Trying to pump energy into this admittedly now empty crowd. The place behind home plate is still pretty full. Swing and a miss, count 0-1.
There is action in the Aces bullpen, so I guess they're ready to go if we have to keep going.
That really does not show faith in their pitcher. On the mound now is Ryan Brown out of Ball State, local boy from Hagerstown, Maryland. Count now 1-1.
This might be the hottest it's been in this booth. Even with the sun down, it is brutal today.
I was talking to Jay about this. I don't think it's that bad. I've kind of just accepted it, and I'm rocking with it. It's a 1-2 now. Holzheimer swings and misses. Where are the stats for Mr. And that'll miss. The count now goes to 2-2. Ryan Brown will continue to work against Holzheimer. Brown has totaled 4 saves for the Aces on the season, a 3 ERA. He's been great for them. 29 strikeouts in 15 innings. Count now full to Holzheimer. So they're going for their closer here despite having another guy up in the pen.
Yeah, I mean, give him some time to give him some mound time before playoffs. Probably won't use him again until then.
I mean, most teams, is tomorrow the last day of the regular season?
Yes. Although
Yes.
I think some teams have to play makeups on Saturday because of various things. So
Ball away, and Warren Holzheimer draws a walk again. That's how things started last inning. Another 3-run inning, and it's just a 4-run deficit. Admittedly, it would be the end of the game. Oh, someone tested my theory by saying hot. That's awesome. Ha-ha, they're trying it now. Apparently, not the hot. My husband and I...
or maybe it's just hasn't come yet.
No, I don't know. Fill life with emotion. Such an interesting caption. Anyways.
Yeah, that happened for the first time last week.
Hey, I mean, it means we got fans. Even if they're
Sure.
bots.
That's one way to look at it.
Swing and a miss. Sorry, fouls it off. Does Wingett. Counts now 0-1. Wingett's been having a slow game today. He's 0 for 2. Did draw a walk back in the second, though. Crowd on their feet. That was sarcasm, but I think there's a chance here. I don't know if I'm deluded by the heat and 6 hours of baseball, but I think there's a chance. That pitch will miss. Count 2-0. Actually, been here for 8 hours now.
Whew.
Count 1-1.
Long day.
Throwback. I used to work for the Associated Press. I did overnight vote entry. So I showed up at 3 p.m. right after high school. I went right into the city, and I stayed there until 4 a.m. entering votes from across the country for the midterm election, 1 and 2. That was the longest shift I've ever worked of anything, and I will never be doing that again.
How long was it?
13 hours.
Holy.
And it was overnight, too. I was there until, my friend and I were waiting for breakfast places to open in the morning in the city because we got out at, 5. It was 3 p.m. to 5 a.m. But it was a cool job. It was great. It would just be people calling me from Arizona with vote updates, and then I got to tell them it was okay to go to bed and just figure it out in the morning because they were going to bed and I was still awake. But one woman was very frantically, checking all the election updates, and she's like, oh, what does the news say? I'm like, we are the news. CNN's reporting what we say. That's strike 3. Down goes Wingett. That was the most epic sentence I ever said. We are the news. That was peak high school for me. Wingett first out of the inning there. Hegwood will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today, but now's as good a time for any to change that to a 1 for 4. He's walking up to I like it like that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Cardi.
Little
He's got Rihanna and Cardi B. I have so much respect for
Little
Colton Hegwood.
Bartier Cardi. Count is 1-0. Hegwood letting him come to him. Whoa, I say that as he goes hefty. Hegwood was trying to do that in the 6th inning, too, trying to solve the game with one swing, which you just can't do, sadly. A lot of guys try and just think, 2-run shot here. That'll be the most helpful thing. But the most helpful thing is just taking the at-bat as it comes. Count is 1-1. Ball low. Count 2-1. That's more like it from Hegwood and Eagle Eye. No Gregorios today. I was very upset.
No, there was pasta.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw the
It's out there.
I just saw that. Really?
Yeah.
How did I not see it?
It's there in the same spot as always.
Dang. Well,
No
that-
pizza, but
that's what I was hoping for, honestly. The 2-1. That'll miss. Now 3-1 to Hegwood. Possible second walk of the inning. That's 12 walks on the day for the Aces. 23 on both teams. That's the only thing I'm still keeping track of.
yeah, the patience starting to pay off for Colton here. Like you said, he was kind of swinging hard and wasn't working, but now he's battling back in this at bat.
And he goes back to going after it. That ball low and away. He tries to chase the slider. Count 3-2. Which I believe that would not be a slider, considering he's a righty. That would be probably some sort of splitter. Hegwood's going to step back in. It's a full count. Both benches are on their feet. Despite it not being a close game, there's still some tension here. And he's going to step off the mound. Taking a moment is Brown.
I think it's so interesting because obviously these rosters change year in, year out, but somehow with a brand new set of guys, there's already some sort of rivalry here.
And that'll be a walk. Now 2 runners on base. Never say die. There's 1 out, and we're going to the top of the order for Luke Nowak.
All right.
Nowak 0 for 1 today, but has drawn 3 walks and scored 3 runs. So he's done his piece despite being 0 for 1. This is why you stay for the whole baseball game. You never know.
You never know.
You really never know. So now the total of walks is at 13 and 11, I believe, unless I've miscounted, which is possible because the numbers are getting high. But I don't think I have. Ball away. It's a wild pitch. Both runners will advance, and now there's 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, never say die.
2 in scoring position for Luke Nowak, a great contact hitter. Something into the outfield, deep enough, and could be a 5-run game. So the Aces are actually at 12 walks. I feel like everything's a little beneath the numbers I have. 12, that'll be a strike inside 1 and 1.
Like they've walked 12 big train batters.
Yeah. And the Train are at 10. So I was 1 high for each team. It's 22 total. 12 and 10 for walks from teams' pitchers. Those 2 errors could really come back to bite the Train here. That was 2 runs they didn't have to give up. Count 1 and 2 now. Hegwood not happy with himself for letting that one come in. Could be. It's the difference between an 11 and 6 and a 13 and 6 game. 11 and 6. That's a little different. It's a game of. I forgot what I was going to say, but it's all about a game of margins. Thin margins is baseball. The 1-2. Nowak goes down swinging. That'll be the second K for Brown. A 2-outcome pitcher right now. He has gone walk K, walk K.
A little pattern.
Another walk here would load the bases. Jefferson digging into the batter's box. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. First pitch to Jefferson. He'll swing on it and miss. Count 0-1. I said I was going to stop scoring, but I've continued to score.
I've like makeshift continued to score. I'm still tracking what our guys are doing, but I'm not like tracking this pitcher or anything.
Oh, I'm not tracking the. Actually, I am tracking the pitcher. I lied. My hand just kind of moves to the page and writes at this point. Count 1-1.
It's like second nature.
Like the quills in Harry Potter that write for themselves.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Harry Potter movies?
No, like the Fantastic Beasts
Yeah.
and stuff? No.
I have not. But I saw The Cursed Child on Broadway because a friend of a friend knew J.K. Rowling, and she got us tickets, which was before she was in Mediafire, so it was very cool. And that'll miss, ball away, but no one's going to advance on the wild pitch. Count 2-1 to DM Jefferson.
Yeah, I think that one was a little too risky. Want to prolong this third out and end of the game.
Yeah, that was well read by the catcher. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, my God. It's a long name.
Hollingworth.
Hollingworth.
No S.
I've been saying it with an S, so apologies for that, but I believe it is just Hollingworth. No, it's Hollingsworth. I wrote it wrong, but I've been saying it right. The 2-1. DM's going to take, and now it's 3-1. Will the walk K pattern continue?
Should it? It'll bring up Emilian Petre, which would be huge, I think. Best batter on this big train team.
One of the best batters in the league, currently leading in average entering tonight. It's 11:05. Can we get to 11:11 and make a wish that the Train will win? Jefferson holds the bat back, and the bases are loaded.
Oh, my goodness. Streak continues.
Third walk for Brown. Do you do a mound visit here?
I feel like they're just going to risk it all.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Also, this is the latest we've ever sat in this booth by far.
There's literally, I think, only one bus left. Let's see. J2 to Silver Spring. Here comes the first pitch to Emilian Petre, and he swings on it, hit down the line to the third baseman, and he can't grab it! 1 run will score, and the bases will remain loaded. An RBI single for Emilian Petre.
Oh, my gosh.
We're not done!
This team. Classic.
I know. What else do you expect from these guys? Come on. They're never gonna win easy or lose easy.
So 13-7 now. Can Peyton Schultz make something happen? Again, they love the 2-out pressure. I don't understand it. Makes me nervous. Clearly makes them nervous in the best way.
Oh, beautiful. There's buses running until 12:02. I'm good. If we get extra innings here, let's go. First pitch into Peyton Schultz. That'll land for a strike. Count 0-1. Fans wearing their rally caps. The 0-1 to Schultz. He swings. Misses. Count 0-2. Now just 1 strike away is Brown. He will have completed the walk, strikeout cycle. But does Peyton Schultz have something to say about that? The 0-2. Schultz swings and misses. That'll end the ball game. The dream sadly dies. The Train lose 13-7. They're now 2-4 on the season against the Aces and have just a half-game lead on the #1 spot in the league. They will play the DC Grays at 5 p.m. tomorrow in a deciding game. I believe it is win and keep the #1 seed.
Yeah, so coming into this game, the Aces were 2.5 games back. They get 2 wins on the board today, so they move to just half a game back. I'm not sure who they're playing tomorrow.
They have 2 games left. They have the Braves and the Giants. So even if the Train win, if the Aces win both, I believe they pass them in the standings.
Potentially, yes. So a little nerve-wracking here. The Big Train unfortunately hit that double-digit loss mark as well.
Yeah, as they would tie us, and they would have the tiebreaker, I believe, on the fact that they've beaten us. So the Aces need to go 2-0, regardless of what the Train do. If the Train lose, they're not finishing in first, and that will be the first time they've done that since 2016. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. at DC, so make sure you're tuning in for that.
Thank you for tuning in, testing our chat theories, and having a great night with us. Please get home safe if you're at the ballpark or not at home right